Deals were the most significant part in FDR's first term. With over 20 programs being passed, there was an opportunity for everyone in America to bounce back during and after the Great Depression, with each program having the intent for reform, relief, or assistance with recovery. The majority of these programs put in place resulted in great successes. Programs such as the Civilian Conservation Corps and Civil Works Administration were results of the first New Deal. As a result of these programs, stock prices rose 15% and bank deposits exceeded withdrawals, ending the bank panic within the first 2 weeks of his presidency. After success with the first New Deal, FDR presented the second New Deal. This time, there were more union protection programs and more assistance to farmers along with migrant workers. Programs such as the Works Progress Administration and Social Security Act came out of this. In his second term, FDR founded the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, the organization that would begin development in polio vaccines. FDR also demonstrated his transparency with the American people by addressing them via radio with his fireside chats.
So while I'd love to keep talking about our favorite president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, we do have to address the other candidate, Wendell Willkie. Willkie is a very wish-wash kind of person. Willkie originally was a fan of FDR and his New Deal policies, but after the Tennessee Valley Authority threatened his profits for his utility company, he ran for president in 1940 as a Republican. Basically, his candidacy is only for himself and for his enterprise. He ran specifically because his profits were threatened. Willkie, unlike a lot of Republicans, was an interventionist in regards to the U.S. getting involved in World War II. That is, until he started losing to FDR in October 6th polls. Then, he suddenly became an isolationist, calling FDR a warmonger. While addressing steelworkers, he pledged to appoint a new Secretary of Labor, saying, and quote, "And it will not be a woman either." People in the working class often booed Willkie, holding up signs in support of Roosevelt and pelting his motorcade with overripe fruit. Now, with all of these things considered, is Willkie really the commander-in-chief you want when Adolf Hitler is conquering Europe? He's willing to sell out our French and British allies for approval from mainstream Republicans. And I'm sure he'd be willing to sell you out too. Now please, vote for the dependable candidate. Vote for Franklin D. Roosevelt.